power that can find you.
I'm coming for you.
Seduce you.
The one thing that all the victims have in common is the fear sight.
And scare you.
Don't you want to play with me?
To death. FeardotCom.
FeardotCom. Oh, boy! It was released in 2002. It was directed by a guy named William Malone. And it tells the story of two guys who are investigating a series of deaths that are associated with this site called FeardotCom.com. I'm not joking, that's what the title of that website is called. It's stupid as fuck, I know. Okay, so FeardotCom. Oh boy. What a piece of shit. Fuck. Okay. Before I get into FeardotCom, let's get into the positives. Bad news, there isn't any. Oh, FeardotCom. Fuck, that title is retarded. Oh, this movie sucks. Okay, so I have a history with this movie. I was 13 when I saw this piece of shit for the first time, and I thought it was lame as fuck back then. Of course, I didn't review movies when I was 13. I was just, okay, I'll just watch it. I heard it was gruesome, so I'll watch it. And I was let down by it. I didn't really think much of the movie back then, besides the fact that it was lame, but watching it now, oh, fuck. There is a lot more to talk about than just how lame the violence factor is in this movie. I have seen PG-13 movies that are more violent than FeardotCom. I have seen PG-13 horror films that are more extreme than this. Fuck, there's even rated PG horror movies that are more violent than FeardotCom. This movie. Okay. Let's talk about the actual problems with FeardotCom. The directing is absolute dog shit. Not only is this movie horribly acted, it's horribly shot too. It's horribly edited. And goddamn does this movie look hideous. This is one of the dullest looking horror films I have ever seen. And this nearly ties with Ouija for one of the most boring horror films I have ever seen in my life. All this movie... okay, this is how I could describe FeardotCom. It is an R-rated, incompetently made version of The Ring. It is a ripoff of The Ring, and here's why. Because the main plot element revolving around the website is that anybody who views that website is dead within 48 hours. Instead of 7 days like The Ring with the videotape, it's 48 hours after viewing this website called FeardotCom.com. I am not making that up. It's all completely true. It is a edgier version of The Ring, but done in a totally incompetent way. There is not a goddamn redeeming quality to this movie. And like I said, when it comes to the violence, because this movie, I remember when I first heard about this movie, people were talking about, oh, it's so gruesome and violent. No, it's not. This movie sucks in terms of that. If this movie couldn't impress a 13-year-old boy, which was me at the time when I saw this movie for the first time, it sure as hell ain't going to impress a current me in his mid-20s. So there. Take that for what you will. Okay, so what other dog shit things that are in this movie? The performances are very one note. Not a single one stands out. Everybody sucks in this movie. And also, let's talk about a couple of things here. The twist. The twist in this movie is fucking hilariously stupid. Here we go. Do you want to know what the twist is to this movie? A ghost runs the website. Yep. It goes from a movie about investigating murders and ripping off and then it goes from investigating murders to showing violent shit like torture and whatnot to being a supernatural horror movie. What the fuck is this thing? And then here's another really stupid thing is how the killer gets killed in this movie. Oh, you're going to love this. For those of you who haven't seen this movie, buckle up. You're about to hear one of the dumbest things ever in a movie. The killer dies by someone using the website against him. I am not making that up. That actually happens in this movie. Did you lose brain cells yet? Fuck, what else is there to say about this movie other than that it's boring, it's poorly made, it's terribly acted, it's lame, it's stupid? I don't know. I've seen a lot of dog shit horror movies from the late 90s to the early 2000s that a lot of people defend. But thankfully, I have seen no one defend this movie yet because it does not deserve it. This movie is one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my life. Not only is it one of the worst, like bar none one of the worst horror films ever made, it's one of the worst movies, period. I'm surprised this movie never gets mentioned in the worst of all time lists. Like with a movie that has a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm surprised it doesn't get mentioned a lot in the worst of all time because this movie really deserves it. Skip this one if you want to watch some early 2000s horror. This is definitely not the one to watch. I can recommend other bad 90s and 2000s horror movies that get defended over this one any day, man. And yeah, like I said, I've never seen anyone defend it, and I hope I don't start seeing any who do, because if anyone defends this movie, like if you like this movie, all the power to you, but what the fuck is wrong with you? Skip this movie, do not waste your time. I hope this movie stays obscure because it fucking deserves it. I am going to give FeardotCom an F.